You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Borderlands has been a series that has long been associated with one thing: guns, lots and lots of guns. With fun, eccentric characters and somehow making the most likable character a trash can on a unicycle, it has been 5 years since the last installment in the series, and now we finally have the trailer for Borderlands 3. Let's take a look. Joining me today is Michele, Giovanni, and Jeremy. Guys, thanks for joining me. Let's break down what we just saw. Michele, as the person who was, literally, smiling from ear to ear after we just looked at that. What is your first reaction from it, being someone who's looked forward to this game?
Okay, so to cut you off, sorry, because I love this game so much. I was watching it live at PAX East, which my boss probably wouldn't like, but yeah, I was watching it and I was just waiting for like about an hour and a half until like the CEO like took off his jacket and there was like the big sparkly 3 and I was just like, no, stop. And then we saw the trailer and I literally cried. I was shaking. I had like chills all over. I cannot wait. It's been way too long. I need it now. And
So before Michele vomits, for real, Jeremy, thank you for coming back on camera, usually back in the control room. What do you think? Did you cry? Did you cry, Jeremy?
I didn't cry.
Did you get close?
That's the thing. I love the game, but it's just a gameplay trailer. Let's all remember that. It's just a gameplay trailer. It's just them showing us what the game is going to look and play like, and I'm excited. It still has that Borderlands feel to it, and you saw that. 1 billion guns. Sorry, over 1 billion guns.
Over 1 billion. I can't count that high.
I'm also digging the new characters and everything. I'm excited and pumped for this.
Giovanni, what about you? You're newer. This is your first time on the show. Yeah. What do you think about it? Are you somewhere with Michele in the crying side, or are you more with the Jeremy of the I'm waiting for what I'm getting next?
When I first saw the trailer, I sent it to literally everybody that I knew. People that didn't even know what Borderlands was, I still sent it to them. I have been waiting for this game since the second one. That's about 5 years in the making right now. This game has literally, this is the equivalent of like getting Half-Life 3 for some people, you know? Like this is mind-boggling. I'm still shaking out of like excitement. I'm astonished from everything about it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to touch on something that you said. There has that classic Borderlands feel, and I think that's so cool that like there's not a lot of video games these days that have a feel of their own. Everything's like we had said on previous blocks, even today. Everything's going battle royale. Everything kind of feels formulaic. Michelle, what is the Borderlands feel for those who don't know?
Well, like cell shading, for one. Like the art style is like called cell shading. So it has that like comic book feel to it. It's just like super violent. Oh, I had to catch myself there because I'm so excited. It's so violent. It's all about just like murdering. You're in the Badlands. There's psychos. I just can't. I just can't.
That's something I did like about the trailer that we like looked at. There are so many different characters they showed us. They didn't show us just one. Was there a character from the trailer that, Jeremy, you thought was the most interesting to look at?
Okay, it's not that it was most interesting to look at, but the one that stood out to me most was, I think, the guy with the metal arm, when you saw him like pull up the Hyperion symbol or whatever that was, I think that's Reese from Tales from the Borderlands. And I love the fact that they're bringing that into this. I just thought, like, okay, Tales from the Borderlands is just a one-off Telltale game that you know, they may touch on it, may not. But seeing him, I hope that's him. It looks almost exactly like him. I hope he's in this game. I hope he plays a major part because I loved Reese. I loved him so much in that game.
So going back to the issue of guns, because this game is all about guns and explosions and killing, like Michelle said. Yvonne, do you truly think there are over 1 billion guns? Or is it, like they kind of did last for the first game, was like, there's over 1 billion guns if you accessorize correctly, if you count the changing parts. Do you think there's truly going to be over 1 billion different guns in this?
I 100% would believe if they give us over 1 billion guns. The first game had over 1 million. Yeah, it was like some of the guns were the same, but this, like, I'm excited to see all the different gun manufacturers that they're gonna have for this one, as they did with Borderlands 2, where each gun did a different thing from a different manufacturer. They have guns with legs now, which is amazing. That's a new thing.
Little droids with guns, yeah.
That's whole new.
Adorable thing I ever saw.
And I was like, that was so cute. That was so cute.
I'm buying one.
And there's a mech suit now that I can jump into. It's like I'm astonished. The tire thing. I'm astonished from what they're still adding to it being like a third installment. That there's still like such new things that they could put in that makes it feel so fresh.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest things. Is like when you have a game that's in your third installment, there's still freshness to it. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have to talk about Borderlands today. We will watch it 10 more times, I promise, and we will talk about it more, I'm sure, as soon as the cameras are off. Hopefully Borderlands 3 delivers more than just guns and loot for players when it drops. That is it for this week's episode of Press Start. If you want more Press Start, follow us on social media at PressStartWP and subscribe right here on YouTube. Thank you to all the cast and crew here at Press Start and WP TV. We will see you next week right here on Press Start.